What's up, man?
How's it going? Yeah, I had a question. I went on a date with this like super fucking hot Latina on Sunday,
Okay.
and the date itself was like fucking amazing.
Hmm.
And I tried to go for the pool. She was like, it's a bit late for me because she had to be up like at 4 a.m. or something like that. We got
Yeah.
out of there about like 8:30. So then I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I'd say maybe a day or so after, we talked about like doing like a massage meetup or something like that. Obviously, I was trying to like get something going.
Yeah.
But she was like, at the moment, she wasn't looking for anything like a sexual partner or something like that. And she was like, eventually, I know for sure that if we do meet up for this, that's inevitably gonna happen.
She said that.
Yeah, that's during the text. But yeah, the date was went super fucking well. To be honest, I'd say there was a good amount of connection there. We talked about, I did, I guess, a lot of deep diving, a good amount of sexuality. She was super turned on, I can tell. But like I said, just literally the fact that we couldn't do anything that night didn't help.
Is
She
she
ended up,
from your bachata stuff?
yeah, she was somebody from the social circle.
Okay. You're really
She
deep in this social circle.
Yeah, it's been fun. We'll say that. It's been actually really interesting, like figuring this all out.
Hmm.
Yeah, she actually ended up paying for my drinks that day. That was interesting.
Like she offered?
Yeah, we ended up splitting the first round, and then as we like had finished to go out, we ended up forgetting to pay. So we went back in, and she was like, "Hey, I just got this whole thing."
In social settings, when I get a bad first impression of someone, I tend to gaslight myself about the other person. But my first impressions usually turn out to be correct. Am I the problem? Oh, okay. You're like, am I the problem or are they the problem? That's why you're gaslighting yourself that they fucked up. Or what do you mean? Oh, you gaslight yourself like, oh no, they're not that bad. They're probably okay. I'm probably just being an asshole. No, I would listen to first impressions. I would definitely listen to them. But just because someone else is the problem doesn't mean you're also not the problem. Multiple people can suck at once.
No, this was after the date, I think. Let me see.
Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah, this was when I first met her. Yeah, because initially I planned to go on like a boba tea date,
Hmm.
and she didn't like respond the first week, but I ended up seeing her again that Saturday, and she was like, "Hey, I didn't respond. I didn't know if I was going to be busy with work. Let's go out Sunday if that works for you." And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah. Okay. You gotta open.
This is when I was like trying to get like the rain check after the
Okay.
actual date. Yeah.
Go in order. Go on the first one. Go to the first one. Da-da-da. Okay. When's good for your schedule wise? Okay. Cool. And then second one.
Hold on one sec. I actually realized I'm missing some shit. Hold on one second, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not bad. This is actually this is like completely fucked up. All right, we're good now. So,
Okay. So let's go. Let's go to the second text.
but yeah, so she didn't answer for me for a week. We ended up.
This is what this is
This
after those
is
first two texts you showed me.
Yeah, this will be the Sunday that we actually ended up meeting up.
Okay. So da 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 da. Okay. Okay. Cool.
She was running late, and I was like ended up picking the place we are gonna end up meet up.
Okay.
I guess
Okay.
I thought that she talked more about the actual like date itself.
No, these are useful. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about the date. Yeah. At this
So
point.
we ended up chatting. I got a little bit of familiarity with her, learned about what she was passionate about, where she's been to. One of the specific questions I asked her was, how would her last boyfriend describe her in a way?
Mm-hmm.
She said that he probably would consider her to be a bit prudish,
Oh,
but it
that
was more of just
that's a
yeah,
great topic to go into. Okay,
yeah.
the fact that she brought that did you hone in on that really hard?
Yeah, I was asked her why, and she said, well, she for one didn't really care for anyone who like used crude language and stuff like that. Or that was really how she like described it. But as
Oh,
far
she
as
didn't
like
mean prude sexually.
yeah,
She meant
not
prude like.
sexually, no, because for the
Oh.
most part, anytime I like try to like do like some like escalation, like grabbing her hand, she'd like kind of grab onto mine a bit more. It's perfectly fine with me like grabbing on the back of her neck or like kind of like grabbing her hair to like show her some things I'm interested
Mm-hmm.
in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as it was like going on, I was like, I thought I could have potentially pulled her out of there, but like she said, she could not do it because she was had to be up like at 4 a.m. for work,
Oh
and it was already
Jesus.
like around 9 o'clock at the time or so.
Damn.
So I had like pulled this idea that we were gonna have like I was gonna give her a massage one time because I'm like really fucking good at them, and obviously it's like you're giving a girl a massage.
How many times have you done the let's have a massage and you escalate the sex thing?
This was actually the first time I tried it. I wanted to see how it went.
Don't do it.
I'll do it.
It comes off super. Uh, it comes off slimy.
Gotcha.
I remember I used to know someone from Girls Chase who would do this. Like, he would do it all the time. Why don't I give you a massage? It just comes off like, first of all, it comes off like just tell you want to fuck her. It comes off like you're being a bitch. And then it also just comes, and that it just makes me lose, it's just, and she even calls you out on it, it looks like, right?
Let's see.
Right?
'Cause this is what I had said the day after. And then here, hold on, I'll show you her response.
Okay, show me the first text, the one where you actually suggest it again. So this is after the first date.
Yeah, this was after the date. I had texted her on the Tuesday because we had our date on Sunday. I had like a day where I was like super busy, and then I texted her Tuesday.
Okay. So I had to open my door for my cat. She was crying. Okay. When's a good time for you this week? You can cash on the rain check for the famous. So you had mentioned it on the date.
Yeah, we talked about it on the date.
And did she seem interested?
She did, but like I said, she's like now is like not a good time because she first wanted to like know the logistics of it. She was a bit closer than mine. I was like, we could have went back to your spot since you're a bit closer than me.
So you actually tried to use it as a pool. I understand. Yeah. All right. I also have something else in mind. You might find what?
Enticing. Yeah.
I mean, it basically means like you can suck this dick. Like, I mean, yeah, it's. Why are you trying to like be direct over text and inviting her to fuck? Are you just were you intentionally trying it? Like, I want to see if it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now I'm like testing a lot to see like what can work, and obviously, yeah, that's mainly what it is. I'm trying to see like what actually can do.
Yeah.
I realize I'm gonna make some mistakes, but it's like
no, I get it. No, I never knock someone for trying. What the thing with being sexually direct over text is super risky. You have to like have such a sexual energy in person that you doing this over text is just like, oh yeah, that's totally how he.
But that's the thing. I did have it in person too. Like we were talking. She mentioned like because at first I told you we were gonna for boba tea, right? And she was like, she even mentioned that she liked how risky I was as far as like the physicality and like some of the things I was saying. Mm-hmm. Like when she mentioned like, oh, I was like a bit worried at first when you were like going for boba tea. I was like, no, you would have had a great time. You would have got to suck on something and put some balls in your mouth.
Okay, yeah, that's good, but text is different.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, how many times have I fucking experienced this where girl's super open to you being sexual in person and then you get in text and then she starts acting like complete opposite. Mm-hmm. Because she has time to like, first of all, she's not in the moment anymore. And then
I said to myself, I was like, I guess it might be a bit different since she's technically like, like under my spell. Like I'm not like directly influencing her.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, but it's also just like, okay, this is all the guy is interested in now. Like there's a difference, which is fine, but there's a point where being overly sexual becomes not even like gross, but annoying. Like, it's just too much. Yeah. So click on the text where she responds. I'm not currently. Oh, here we go.
This one's just the whole thing. So.
Okay. Yeah. See. So there's a disconnect. Well, she told me that she really liked me being risque, right?
Yeah.
But then she sends a text like this. Okay, so going back to how working with Brian on translating statements to emotional statements, what is she saying here? Because clearly she was okay with you being risque. You made a put something in your mouth and suck on some balls joke, and she laughs and she likes it, and she straight up tells you she likes how risque you are, and she's Latina. So.
Yeah, so I ended up out initially since I wasn't gonna take her home. As we like got to her car, I like gave her a peck on the cheek. She kind of like grabbed like my sleeve a bit as I was like pulling away. Like she wanted like a bit more, so we ended up making out in front of her car.
This is the end of the first date?
Yeah, the end of the first date. So it seems like she was like definitely like, I guess.
Okay, So this is one of these difficult things that even other dating coaches, I think, misinterpret. What they'll say is like, oh, in the moment she was feeling it, but then now she has time to think about it, and she's out of that emotional state, and now she's getting logical, and she decides it's not what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's an element of that, right? But I also think, but because I've had times where you do have that connection with a girl, and then she still ends up seeing you and wants to have sex with you. So here, she was all about it, and then she gets over text, and she's totally the opposite of what she was, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I've had times where, like, she was all about it at the end of it and still wanted to be up with me and was interested. So that means that someone being distant or, like, from the emotional spell, right? She's not under the spell anymore. Sometimes it still ends up working. It still ends up, yeah, like, she still wants to fuck after, like, losing that emotional state.
Yeah.
So, I actually think something else happens deeper down. What is she saying with this text in contrast to how she seemed to feel when she was on the date?
During the day, she seemed like she was a bit more open to the possibility. She kept mentioning like how like flustered she was as far as like she was, because she hadn't had sex for a minute since her like her last relationship, and she said the way that she was feeling at the moment, she was like definitely considering like like kind of like breaking that. And then it's like I look at this, she's kind of like pulled back from that energy completely.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So what do you think?
That's gonna be maybe a bit too aggressive at that moment.
I think so. Okay, here's like this is where. Tell me if you follow this. So, when a girl's evaluating you as like, I want to fuck this guy or not, it's not how we men interpret this message, right? She says, I'm not looking for any sexual partners right now, and that would obviously happen if we met up for a massage, and I'm not currently comfortable with that. You see that message, and you go, holy shit, that's a direct contradiction to what you literally said 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay? This is back to, like, what I was working with Brian. Like, even though you're not autistic, there's still some disconnect between male and female communication. She's saying more than what she's saying here. She felt somewhat interested on the date, and then she gave it some more thought, and she's not interested anymore. I don't think it's she lost the spell. I think what happened was your text to her was, come over and fuck now. But the thing was, she wasn't ready to do that after the first date, actually, right? Because you tried to pull her, and she's had to wake up at 4 a.m., and, you know, you tried to pull too fast. She wasn't ready yet. She didn't go with you home on the first date, and then I think, to be honest, like, I've done this too, you get lazy, and you're like, I just want to invite her over and fuck. And she showed some interest before, so you're treating it like, this is a big problem with guys. We treat emotional states like save states in a video game. Like, oh, she was here last time, so I'm going to come back to the load. I'm going to load in to my save. I was on chapter 3, and I start from chapter 3, and then she's going to want to fuck after. What you don't realize is that she probably wasn't chapter 3. She was probably chapter 2. Like, she wasn't where you thought she was.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So you load. There is some aspect of she's not feeling it anymore, right? Yeah. So maybe she was chapter 2, but because now she's like distanced from it, she's back to chapter 1. But in your mind, she's at chapter 3. Like, she's like, chapter 5 is fuck. She's at chapter 3. She's almost there. And you try to skip chapters without actually going through the levels. Okay, why don't you come over? Because look at your text. Open up your text again, the other one, where you actually invited her. When's a good time for you this week so we can cash in on that rain check for my famous booty massage I mentioned given to you? I also have something else in mind you might find. Bro, like, Jesus, that's so direct. Now, I don't think you've gotten to a point, I know that you were being direct on the date, but, like, I don't think you've gotten to a point where you're that dude yet.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, you're that, like, sexual guy. Because here's the thing. If you really were that sexual guy, what you would read is you would know this text is too I mean, even here, mine's been pretty tame so far, but plan on changing that wingy face. Like, holy shit. Like, that's such a sexually aggressive text.
Yeah.
This is the kind of text that you send your fuck buddy that you've been fucking for, like, a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Where you guys have established that level of, like, openness, right? She wasn't ready for this. This is too, you went way too hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? And so what you have to look back on is you have to think, okay, when I'm gauging how interested a girl is, I need to, if my normal thing is to like be super direct, if that's the direction you're going in, then you have to assume women are like 25 to 30% less interested than you think they are, because your horniness is probably making you interpret things more. So whenever you're dealing with a girl, like, you need to think, okay, I think she's horny and I want to fuck, but am I just projecting my own horniness onto this situation? So what you should have done instead was completely drop the whole booty thing and just took her for a coffee. And then warm her up, and then maybe now she's ready. She wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Would I love if I could get every girl on date one? Sure. But does that end up actually being reality? No. And I lost so many girls because I wasn't patient. Because I had this, like, fucking OCD, like, I have to fuck her in one date, like, thing. It had some good results. I learned how to really, like, you know, do it all on date one. But it also just, like, was probably unnecessary in a lot of cases.
Gotcha.
So I think here, your overall problem... And I think from your last time we went over, it was your fuck buddy, right?
It was the friend that I was trying to hook up. That became
oh,
like
that's right. That's right. You guys had a couple
about.
dates, and then you were starting to get Okay, so I think you overcorrected here.
Yeah.
You took it slow with this other. Oh, yeah. Now I'm starting to see it.
Yeah, you see, I'm testing, sir.
Yep. You overcorrected. So last time, for people who are unaware of the context, you were like, there was this girl in your social circle. You were really like
slow gaming it like hell. Yeah.
She was introduced by the other girl that you were fucking already, right? So you were fucking some other chick. She introduced you to this girl. Was like, hey, you know, because your fuck buddy wanted to stop and get serious. So she's like, why don't you try my friend? And then you started slow gaming the friend, and then, like, it was weird, like, are we going to fuck, are we going to date, and then it fizzled out. Right?
Yeah, she's got a boyfriend now, which makes sense.
Yep, exactly. She was looking for some fun before she got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then this girl comes, and you probably unconsciously are like, well, I took it way too slow with this other girl. Let me fucking go hard in the paint with this girl.
This girl, yeah.
And you can't, you have to, you obviously need to learn lessons, but don't over apply the wrong lesson to the wrong girl, or the right lesson to the wrong girl. Mm. So this girl needed actually so you should have went faster with the other girl, and you should have gone slower with this girl.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So every girl is a different girl. Every situation is a unique context. Are there general overlaps? Because you're dealing with people and with girls? Sure. But I think you should be more on the side of every single girl is a different context.
Yeah, what you're saying makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good to me, yeah.
Yeah, so next time you meet a girl, think, this is a totally fresh, blank slate. I need to adapt to who she is and connect with her on a me and her level, not how I'm reacting to a past fuck up or what worked in the past. I'm just adapting to this person in front of me.
Yeah, because I ended up texting the Latina again. I was like, yeah, cool, and said, yeah, we can just obviously just like hang out, no pressure whatsoever.
But did she respond?
Yeah. No, she hasn't responded to it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that was yesterday, so you know.
It's because you went so hard in the paint, and then now you're trying to correct. Now it looks like see, here's the problem. So you went so hard trying to ask her to fuck, and she's like, hey, I'm not looking to fuck, and you're like, okay, well, why don't we just hang out? Now she's thinking, okay, this guy's just gonna like play the slow game.
Play the slow game, maybe.
Yeah. Whereas I think you should have responded even more open. You should have said, okay, hey, to be honest, like on our last date, I was pretty direct with you and you seemed to be interested. And you even said that you were like interested in maybe breaking your sexual streak. But then now your response seems a little bit different, which is totally okay. Like you're not calling her out. You're just giving her context. And then you say like, it's totally okay. You're 100%, you know, like you feel how you feel. I just thought we were on a certain page. And so I texted you under that assumption. But if that was wrong, like that wasn't my intention, I'm totally cool with just hanging out and taking things a little bit slower. You're not like promising her a relationship or anything. You're just saying, hey, we can put the brakes on. Like we don't have to like, jump.
So now I'm a little bit sad because I wanted to talk to you about this on Thursday, but then the stream back in, so I was like, oh, fuck, I gotta say something again.
Yeah. No, I because doing this 2 times a week is pretty exhausting.
Yeah, I can imagine it's exhausting. Like, I was like, damn it.
And then I have my clients
I guess
too.
I gotta just wing this shit now. We'll
yeah, sorry, buddy.
I'll talk to him about this on Saturday.
Sorry, but maybe it's better because if I just give you the answer every time,
you don't learn from it. Maybe
you don't learn from it, and it's not you.
Yeah.
I would much rather guys go and fuck up and come back to me and I teach them a lesson than they apply the lesson and they do it themselves.
Yeah.
Because I've had it where I've texted for guys basically. They like I've turned around some crazy shit. And then he goes on a date with her after he turned it around and then just blows the date. Cuz I was doing the work for him.
That makes perfect sense.
Cuz he wasn't the dude texting her. But she went on the date thinking that he's the dude texting her cuz obviously it's coming from him, but really it's Hector. So it's good that you're making the mistakes and then you review them. Then next time you learn much better that way.
Yeah, it's been fun too. Like just figuring out like what the hell.
Sure.
Do.
Sure. And the fact that you're willing to like be this open is I mean it's courageous. It takes some balls, right? And she's clearly like, I think she was like 80% there.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe turn it around. We'll see.
She was.
I'm gonna see her a good amount too.
Yeah. No, just play it cool with her.
Yeah.
Just play it cool.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
And then she's gonna see you're not thirsty, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, maybe I misread it." You know? Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
See you soon.